How did I even end up here? My name's Annalisa, I'm a trainee pharmacist and this is my first ever YouTube video. As this is my first ever YouTube video, I've decided to do a Q&A and a kind of get to know me. I asked you guys to send me some questions through Instagram and I've noticed that there are 3 trends that you guys have been asking. Personal questions, pharmacy related questions and content related questions. So I'm going to categorise these 3 and go through them. The first question I've got is, do I have extensions? No, this is my very dead, long, natural hair. I've always had long hair. I just can't see myself having short hair, but no, this is real, just very dead. I am due a haircut. What dogs do I have? I have 2 border collies. Their names are Arlo and Bailey. Arlo is the rescue. We got him at the age of 2.5, I believe. And Bailey we've had since puppy. Bailey is turning 5 in April and Arlo will be turning 7, oh my God, in July. We're not going to talk about them getting old, but they are the love of my lives. I absolutely love them and you most likely will see them in my content. What hobbies do you do? I actually do a hobby. I figure skate. I am struggling to figure skate at the moment due to my work-life balance situation. I work too far away, so I'm unable to train in the morning. But if I get a job closer to home, I will definitely be bringing that back into my life. I absolutely love figure skating. I actually only started in, I think it was 2021? I think it was. And I've just loved it since. We're now in 2025 and I'm still doing it when I can. So I'm looking forward to bringing that back into my life, but unfortunately I cannot do it at the moment. It's just too early. Like, I'm not getting up at 4 in the morning to figure skate and then do like a 7.5-hour shift. It ain't happening, but I am looking forward to bringing that back. Best memories from uni, I would say, is meeting my best friend. I don't know where she's been all my life, but I met someone there and we're like 2 peas in a pod and we're pretty much inseparable. I definitely would not have been able to do uni without her. Like, there is no way. Other memories, I would say, was actually graduating. It was amazing to graduate. It just felt like the weight was lifted off my shoulders. Best day ever. But yeah, you can't top meeting my best friend. How do I balance my life? So, a lot of people do ask me this actually. The best thing to do is have a routine. Obviously I work now as a trainee pharmacist, so that is your Monday to Friday. That's only 7.5 hours of your day. I'm gonna sound like Molly May now, but you do have 24 hours in a day and you can fit in so much. I have been using this diary. It's a bit manky now because I do bring it everywhere, but this is from Grace Beverly. And it's the productivity method. It's a daily planner. It's undated. When I know I have a busy day, I will utilise this diary. It's pretty self-explanatory, but it helps me maintain what it is I need to do throughout the day because I do get very overwhelmed. I'm not going to lie to you. So say I have work that day, I'm skating that day, or I've got some sort of class I want to attend, like an exercise class. I also want to hit my revision. I will write it all in there. Say I need to do my washing, I'll even write that in there. Walk the boys, I'll write that in there. It's just to help me structure my day. I recommend doing a tick list if you have multiple things to do in that day, and it should make it more manageable. And the last question about me is fave thing to do in chill time. After I've done my day, whether that's cooking dinner, just finished work, walk the boys, clean the house, whatever it is, my fave thing to do is just sit down on the sofa, watch telly with my husband and the boys. Done. Absolutely love it. That is the best chill. I do fall asleep most of the time on the sofa though. So don't ask me what my favourite TV shows are because I'm usually asleep half the time. Moving on to the next category, which is pharmacy. You guys are loving the pharmacy content. So speaking of pharmacy content, I do have a question that says, have you considered making your pharmacy content more educational based? Now, I did think about this and the answer is no, I'm not going to do that. And the reason why I'm not going to do that is because there are so many pharmacy/pharmacist influencers out there that are based on educational content. They're doing a smashing job and they'll by far do such a better job than me. And quite honestly, there is so much more to my life than just pharmacy. And I'm happy to, talk about pharmacy in my content, but I don't want to do pharmacy content related to educational side of things, such as teaching people like what ACE inhibitors are or going through insulins or, things like that. I'm not interested in doing that. I don't want to be a teacher. And there are so many pharmacists out there that are doing a great job of it. And like I said, there's more to my life than just pharmacy. But I did consider it, and I've decided I'm not going to do that. Regarding pharmacy content, I'm kind of sharing like my experience of going through uni, being a pharmacy technician, being a trainee pharmacist, and I'm just sharing my experiences with viewers because I find that not a lot of people do actually share their experience. I've transitioned from being a pharmacy technician, I've transitioned from being an over-the-counter assistant to a dispenser to a pharmacy technician to an ACT to now a trainee pharmacist. And I've not seen people talk about that story, and that's what I like to deliver to my viewers. What is your favourite sector so far as a trainee pharmacist? If you don't know already, my favourite sector so far is GP land. I am really enjoying GP land. Some know it as PCN, so this is Primary Care Network, or just GP pharmacist. The reason why is because there's so many different things that you can do in GP land. So you can do a bit of admin, you can do patient facing, you can do audit, you can research into things, you can become a manager, you can really investigate some long-term conditions and discuss it with a multidisciplinary team. And I really just enjoy the work-life balance of it as well. I am hoping to get into a permanent role as a GP pharmacist or a PCN pharmacist. I am in the process of applying at the moment. My backup is hospital, and I would go down the hospital route if I was a bit younger. And this is just purely because of my life and my lifestyle. So yeah, my fave sector is GP land at the moment. What year was the hardest in uni? By far, hands down, year 2. The transition from year 1 to year 2 was unbelievable. It was a big step for me. Don't forget, I had only returned back to education at the age of 26. So returning to education as a whole was already a massive So then going from year 1 to year 2 was such a big step. And I did fail an exam in year 2. To be fair, a lot of people did. It was during COVID. So it was back to face-to-face exams. So it was just a bit of a disaster in general for me. That leap was traumatic. But we got through it. And my most asked question is revision tips / structure. Now, this is a mix of university-related revision and trainee pharmacist revision. I guess they all apply, but it's active recall. That is your best revision, isn't it? It's returning back to the content, rereading the content, rewriting the content, verbally saying out the content that you're revising. I do think past papers help a lot, but in all honesty, I'm still trying to figure out a revision strategy for me. At the moment, I'm just doing past papers and then going over topics that I'm not familiar with, for example, diabetes and CNS. Revision is very tailored to one another, and you're asking what my structure is. As a trainee pharmacist that's going to sit the June exam, my strategy so far is trying to do past papers weekly, that's both calculations and clinical, revise around the content that I'm not getting right, and practicing the calculations that I'm getting wrong. That's what I've got so far. I'm also trying to revise daily, so after work I'm trying to do at least an hour a day. It is tiring, it is very hard, but it is what it is. I have to do it. No one can revise for me. I have to do it myself. And it's on me if I don't do it. So that's what I'm going to try and do going forward. Hopefully it will work. I think it will. I've spoken to a lot of pharmacists and they say that they did revise after work. So I'm taking that on board and I'm going to be doing that too. Hopefully you can take on some tips yourself. Again, it is a very tailored thing. So you need to find what works for you. And the last category is content related questions. So starting off with what kind of content do? I do a bit of everything really. The main 3 I would say is pharmacy related content. The other type of content I do is fashion, and this leads on to what type of brands I have worked for. I have worked for a lot of brands. My favourite type of brands I've worked for so far is Pretty Little Thing, Baby Boo, Quiz, L'Oreal, ASOS. New Look has recently reached out to me, so I'm looking forward to work with them. I'm very grateful to have been working with them. But yeah, there have been a lot of brands that I've worked for. But I would say they are my top few so far. Other content I make are lifestyle type content. So When I go to events, I will usually vlog those events. And I also did document my figure skating journey. That has come to a halt at the moment, but hopefully I'll be able to bring that back. So genuinely lifestyle content is what I also put out there as well. So pharmacy, fashion, lifestyle kind of content. With this question, I'm not sure actually. This person asked, what's your favourite type of content you like doing? Now, most of my content is on TikTok, and I actually really enjoy the like jokey ones that I do. It's those like viral sounds that go around on TikTok, and then I just make one that's either about me taking the mick out of myself or like pharmacy related. I'd say that's my favourite. However, since starting YouTube, I am looking to do more vlog type content, so that might be my favourite going forward. I'm going to Finland very soon and I am going to be vlogging that, so I'm very excited to showcase that to you guys. Regarding my fashion content, I mainly focus on petite clothing, so I try to find clothing that fit me, because I'm 4'11", and I know for us short girlies, the petite section is sometimes not petite enough. I have to tailor most of my clothes, to be fair, but I do tend to try and promote more petite fashion and clothes that just fit us. This question asks, how did you start social media? I did mention it a little bit at the beginning of the video. Basically, I was just mucking about on TikTok and my video started going viral. That's how I gained nearly 70k now. We're literally like 4,000 away from 70k, which is super exciting and completely mind-blowing. But yeah, I started on TikTok. I was just consistent with it all. I brought in TikTok shop. I did make some money on TikTok shop as well. This all helped during my uni life because as a mature student, it was very tough financially. TikTok helped massively financially. I just found it as an opportunity to make another income at the time, and now we're here. Speaking of 70k on TikTok, I currently have a giveaway on there. It's pinned on my profile. This is for my pharmacy students and trainee pharmacists. As soon as I hit 70k, one of you will be winning all of that stuff on my giveaway. If you are interested in entering the giveaway, head over to my TikTok. It will be my pinned video. Follow the rules on there, and as soon as I hit 70k, you will be in a chance to win all of that stuff. Exciting times. Thank you so much for watching my first ever YouTube video. Do let me know if there's any specific content you'd like to see, and I'd absolutely consider it. Don't forget to subscribe, follow my socials, and I'll see you in the next one.